folks is, man. Old folks just be saying stuff. Like,
thinking about changing locations and shit. Man, into this motherfucking bag. Stand on the way I made. Sacrificing time for this shit. Man, I got a plan. Tried to tell niggas years ago. They ain't understand. Riding by myself and it's cool. I'm all in my head. Everything in life you can't replace. I build relationships. Pretty little smile make a nigga wanna lock it in. We met the same time I lost a friend. We should try again. You've been on my mind. You should hop in. I ain't gon' hurt you, baby girl. You know we locked in. Used to be on FaceTime calls on the regular. Never made time, landed on my busy schedule. Now every time I get the bay, you know I think of you. Working on your brand, love, you know that I...
Reporting live from the liquor store, man. And when all three of us come together, man, it's Cowboys Uncut.
Scottis.
West Coast Cowboy in the middle, the Kanye West of this content stuff.
And I'm a day one type of girl. Ain't nothing wishy-washy over here. I don't jump around, stick to one side. Yeah, the silver, the blue, we got them in their feelings. That star on the field, come pay the D a visit. They say it's hatred, is it? I call it hate and simping. Cause if we wasn't that hating, they wouldn't be in our business. Listen, West Coast say the water tastes better. The fan base go harder, and all the ladies get wetter. Yeah, that's how it is when you straight reppin' for Dallas. We get it in the trap, and landlord tell us what's happening. No explanations in no shape, form, or fashion. When Henny drop the stats, ain't nothing else to be asking. Them numbers don't lie, that's why your argument dry. And we still got them rings, you got your eyes on our prize. Whether an eagle, a giant, or a commando, you in the parking lot crying, we in the Lambo, we stay in our bag, we run it up in the draft. You still talking about the 90s, so who's stuck in the past? Get off me, and I'ma need you 6 feet back. And we ain't hearing nothing till your team beat that. And we ain't scared of running. So one team over here is Cowboys, believe it. Yeah, this you got is the poet. Big up West Coast Cowboy, HTM Sports, and Landlord from Alabama. Y'all check them boys out, man. Don't play around with the Cowboys content. Yeah, and you know it's DC, yeah, DC4L. All day, every day.
My dear Aunt Sally, we is at the P right now. We gotta go to free agency, then we gotta go to draft, then we can talk about training camp.
and Stephen Jones, who's also a multi-millionaire, moves and feels like a what? Like a dude that is got $15 in his bank account.
We finna come marching to Dallas with our picket signs, ticket torches, everything we can find.
And just like that, we are live. What's good with y'all, man? Yeah, we live. Hey, listen, and you know it's a new intro, so I got to start this all the way over, landlord. So at the very bottom, reporting live from hell with the fire and brimstone beaming off his skin, is landlord from Alabama, the most diabolical, evil, wretched, decrepit, monstrous.
I don't even know what that
human
I don't know.
to ever step foot on the Lord's green earth. Landlord from Alabama. How you doing?
Good Lord. I'm doing wonderful, sir. How about you?
I am doing great. And in the middle.
You would have thought a different response was coming when he just said, hey, how you doing?
I just wanted to know what they are dealing with.
Good Lord. Good grief. Go ahead.
And in the middle, we have West Coast Cowboy.
Hey, that's good. Lord, wait a minute. Y'all see how I get treated. It be your own people, man. It be your own people, y'all. Y'all just take notes, man. Just take notes.
I'm just saying, man, like, I just got to pray for y'all at this point, man. It is what it is. Like, they already have a warning for West Coast. We used to have a button. We used to have a button that says all West Coast views are his and his alone, but because of copyright purposes, we had to remove it. So
Hold on. This is what I say though. I ain't gonna count though. Nah, no lie. We don't do this show a lot no more, so that intro just hit different though. Like, shout out to you guys support. That intro hit different right now though. Real talk. That was
That's why we
hard.
got it.
Hey, it be like that sometimes, man. And listen, we got to do the show more often, man. Like we have been slacking, but listen, with the Dallas Cowboys be getting 2-piece, man, it be hard to find the time to come on here and talk to y'all about ass whoopings. Like I like talking about beating other people ass. I don't like talking about why I lost a fight. I sound like Devin Haney at that point.
Man,
Yeah, I think they ain't they supposed to be bringing this fight back though or something. Is
They
bringing his loss
gave,
back.
I mean, yeah, they gave him the L, but they took the L off his record. But they did not wash that ass whooping from my mind. Even though I know those punches were filled with PEDs, it still was punches I saw connect and rock your brain stem and everything else. So you know, it
good
is what
lord.
it is. Yeah, they done punched that man to having a CTE, and I'm just, I can't
Mm.
unsee that.
Well, the Cowboys put some tape out there these last couple of weeks that is unseeable. So
I know, and that's exactly why I don't want to be on here. But we never duck no smoke. It's still a long season, so we'll talk about the Dallas Cowboys versus the New York Giants, man. It just is what it is at this point. But Wes, say a shout out to your people, man.
all right, what's up, everybody in the comment box, everybody in the chat? Appreciate y'all. Shout out to my boy Joe Trantrina for fighting for me to get on this show. Appreciate you, Joe. I wouldn't even have known if it wasn't for you, Joe. So appreciate you. Everybody that's in the comment box and the chat, make sure you guys share. We need a couple shares from everybody. Please, we're better content creators and we got more people up in here. Man, other than that, man, let's have this rock out for a little bit.
Indeed, man, indeed. So everybody everywhere, y'all know the drill. Make sure y'all hit that like. Make sure y'all hit that share. If you care, hit that Cash App, that Super Chat. Help support your independent content creators. But let's go ahead and dive head first into it, man. So I asked this question to start the last show, so I'm going to ask it again. And I'm going to get an answer from both of y'all. What is one thing that concerns you about this Giants matchup, and what's one thing that gives you confidence? Right? And it doesn't matter which one of y'all answer first.
Okay, let me get off real quick. I said Malik Neighbors. He's the one thing that concerns me. And we fail to realize how much a wide receiver can help a struggling, terrible quarterback like Daniel Jones. He made him look serviceable. He made him look pretty good, actually. You know what I'm saying? They put together some good drives against the Browns, and Malik Neighbors was the aid for Daniel Jones. You know what I'm saying? So we're gonna have to keep some eyes on him. I would love to see Trey match up with him, but I'm sure he's gonna be moving around, and I don't know if Trey doing that in Zimmer defense yet. We really ain't got to see too much of our ball hawks because we just are horrible against stopping the run. So I mean, we can't even let our biggest attribute fly free. You know what I'm saying? Which is our pass coverage and our cornerbacks catching interceptions and stuff. Like that's so far away that it's ridiculous because first things first, the top order of business is of us being able to stop this run, which we've been struggling to do.
I agree. Wes, what are your thoughts, man? One thing that gives you hope and one thing that gives you a little pause in this matchup.
One thing that gives me hope is that just Dak Prescott's playing the Giants. One thing that gives me a pause, I would say, is if the Giants are really trying to win this game, like, do they actually watch the tape and do what you should do, and that is throw the ball 20 times, run the ball 35 times? I said on my live today, if the Giants win or lose, the Giants throw the ball 40 times against the Dallas Cowboys, they need to fire their offensive win or lose. Because he threw the ball against the Cowboys 40 times. That lets me know he has not been watching the film on what the Cowboys have been doing, and he was not really to apply that. So, that should be the game plan for the Giants. You know what I'm saying? Because that's what the film is out of the Cowboys. There's legitimate film out there that says if you run the ball more than you throw the ball in the Cowboys and keep those pass attempts, keep those those pass rushers on the sidelines, basically because they're not doing nothing because they're running the ball. It gives you a way better chance to beat them Cowboys than trying to go out there and trying to throw at them.
Agreed. All right, and hey, I'm gonna say this: Wes is 1,000% right. The Dallas Cowboys. This is a stat from R.J. Ochoa. He got it from NFL Pro. If you're wondering where the statistics came from, we got to show our work just so you know we ain't talk about gibberish. The Dallas Cowboys opponents have called run plays against them on a league-leading 51% of plays so far this season. So what he's trying to say with that statistic, teams have ran the ball on the Dallas Cowboys more than anybody else in the National Football League. The Dallas Cowboys are the team in the NFL that are ran against the most. This is 11.4% more often than expected, which itself is the fourth highest in the National Football League. This is because the Cowboys have allowed a league high 54.4% success rate against design runs and a plus 24.3 rushing EPA, which is more than triple the next closest team. So the Dallas Cowboys are not only the worst run defense in the National Football League, they are also the team that is being ran against the most, and teams are finding the most success in the National Football League when they run against the Dallas Cowboys. So numbers, film, everything is telling you to give your running back and your quarterback, if your quarterback can run, design runs, and the Dallas Cowboys will fold. And listen, you don't give up 275 yards on the ground with just one aspect of your run defense being bad. You give up 275 yards on the ground. Your defensive tackles weren't good in the middle. Your defensive ends weren't holding contain. Your cornerbacks and safeties weren't coming up, filling their assignments in the run game. You don't give up 300 yards. This is team effort.
Of my 8-year-old, the cornerbacks aren't keeping containment, Daddy. That's what my 8-year-old said that live. My 8-year-old said that live. He said if they're not throwing, you gotta beat a like same thing I teach my son. Same thing teach him. You gotta beat a banana. You gotta push them in. You gotta push them in because that's where your friends are. That's where the other players are, bruh. When you're giving up that type of running back, that's why I said like everybody was talking about Derrick Henry. Bruh, Derrick Henry was just the name of the running back they handed the ball off. Any running back's gonna do what he did. You know what I'm saying? Like any running back's gonna do what they did because they were willing to run the ball. The Dallas Cowboys don't willingly want to run the ball. So that's already gonna make sure that your offense is, you're not gonna be able to wear their defense down at all. So their defense, the only person that's getting wore down on their defense is their DBs, and their DBs and their safeties are already in good shape anyway because you have to be in good shape to be a DB in the NFL. So while we tired as hell.
Yep, I agree with you. And this is the thing, man. The Dallas Cowboys have to find a way to slow the run down. I'm not sure what they can do because the guys they got right now aren't that good. Like, you could probably get some more out of Trayvon Diggs and the other corners. You could probably get some more out of them and run support. But when you talk about your defensive tackles, Mozzie Smith is getting manhandled. Linval Joseph is getting manhandled. And he's supposed to. Like, Linval Joseph is damn near 36 years old. Like, it's over with for Linval Joseph. Like, he's collecting a check at this point. He's been a great run defender his entire career. He just ain't got it no more, right? So let him retire in peace, whatever. Who else did we get? Phillips, he's already on IR with an alleged injury. The injury, he said, I ain't hurt. The Dallas Cowboys said, yes, you is. Sit your ass down somewhere, man. So, hey, that tells you what you gotten for your defensive tackles up to this point. And listen, there was a lot of debate because we were playing Lamar Jackson about what kind of technique was being played on quarterback containment. There was discussions about were they out there playing surf technique where the defensive end is always assigned to the quarterback and they just got to force him back in. There was a conversation where we were playing scrape and replace. None of that really matters in my opinion. Because West Coast, let me just ask you a general football question. You ain't got to even know the scheme. If We're playing read option against Lamar freaking Jackson. Is it ever a good idea to crash? Hey, landlord, if we're playing read option on Lamar freaking Jackson, is it ever a good idea to crash?
Well, I'll tell you one
I
time,
select
if you're on
no
the
for
1 yard line,
500, Alex. Good Lord, where did you just answer that question? I say no for 500, Alex. Go ahead.
And Wes said, and he said maybe 1 yard line. So like a rare scenario,
fourth
right?
down, fourth
Rare
down, go get
scenario.
him.
Yeah,
Everybody go get
yeah.
him.
So, because this is the thing, if you crash down, Lamar Jackson is going to pull the
There he
fucking
is.
ball. There is not an athlete in the NFL that's going to stay with Lamar Jackson.
Not on defense.
If he got a head start, not
Not
on
on
defense,
defense.
no. If he got a head start, you name me the defensive end that's going to stay with him. Y'all, you name the defensive end in the National Football League that's going to stay step for step with Lamar Jackson. You name the linebacker that is going to that's going to beat Lamar Jackson to the spot if you are doing scrape and replace. There's not one. So I don't really care. I said all that to say I don't really care what scheme was being played, what the tactic was. Any tactic that involves crashing and letting Lamar Jackson pull the ball is wrong. It's called a read option. Lamar Jackson is reading you. You can dictate if he hands the ball off. I'm making Lamar Jackson hand the ball off on every read option. I will live with the results, but I'm not letting Lamar Jackson scamper his skinny ass down the sideline for 20 yards. I'm just not. But anyway, that's
I mean, Daniel Jones is not a Daniel Jones is not a Daniel Jones is what he would. Daniel Jones is for sure a athletic quarterback. He's an athletic quarterback when he plays us. I think he had 76 yards rushing yards the last time he played us.
He had Lamar. Daniel Jones can run. Like Daniel Jones had like a 60-yard run. Should have been like a touchdown, but the turf must have got him or something. He's an athletic quarterback.
I'm gonna tell you a situation that's happening more often, that's irritating me more than anything, is how the hell are tight ends getting 25 and 30-yard catches on the Cowboys? Like, that's ridiculous, bro. I think in the last 3 home games, we've given up at least one 25-yard pass to a tight end. Bro, listen to me. There is no offensive play that is gonna have a tight end catching a ball 25 yards down the field. Unless he is wide the F open, and that is a mess. That's a mistake. Because think about this. In the Green Bay Packers game, you had the tight end had that big-ass catch in the second half. It was a touchdown, if I'm not mistaken, right? It was like 40 yards. Last week.
It was a touchdown.
Last week.
He was the most open player in the league for that.
Bro, the last 2 weeks, you had tight ends have big catches on us. And think about this. Both times, they were wide open. I'm not even talking about contested. And I almost feel like they were all on the right-hand side, too. I'm going to have to really look at that now.
I was finna tell you that they were wide open because they got let loose in coverage. They faked the run off of play action. The guy that was assigned to him in man coverage dropped him and tried to run to the ball. And guess what? They were wide the F open. Same thing happened with Lamar Jackson's first completion. It was Donovan Wilson's man. They faked the handoff, and when he released the tight end to try and go to the ball because he thought it was a run play, he was wide the F open, and Lamar Jackson had to throw the ball 5 yards to gain. It was like a 50-yard gain. It was like a 40-yard completion. It was a 40-yard completion.
And you know what's crazy, Hank? When that play to that big play to the tight end, that was like a swing play when they swung the whole offense to the left. It was like a flood play, kind of like a play action flood where they flood everything to the left, and then the tight end leaked out, boom, right, and they got it to him. Bro, you know what I said to my sons? I said the Cowboys are about to give up an 80-yard touchdown at some point in this game, because all you have to do now is do that same play and just have the wide receiver slide over to that other side, and instead of throwing it deep to the damn tight end, you throw it to the wide receiver. He's gonna be wide open. But guess what? And I'm gonna tell you this: the way they was running the ball, it was there. They just didn't need it. Lamar didn't have to throw the ball 50 yards. He didn't have to, but it was there, bro. Like I now see how the Cowboys give up big old plays, bruh. And those play, when you give up a 30, 40-yard play at home, bro, that is back breaking. Because everybody's looking around like, and I'm gonna tell you, like, listen to me. You give up a big play because a dude just jumps over a dude. They just jump over a dude. Then guess what? I get it. You know what I'm saying? But wide open guys, that's gonna have guys with their hands up, like, what the hell, looking around, looking at each other.
Yeah, you're right. You can listen. You can never have wide open people, and the Dallas Cowboys have to pick a poison. You're either gonna get your ass beat in the run game, or you're gonna get your ass beat in the passing game. You can't do both. You're gonna have to pick a struggle. If I'm going to give up a 50, 60-yard completion any damn way, I might as well have eight, 7 people in the damn boxes if that's the case. But I'm not letting you run the ball. If I'm going to give up big plays in the run game, then I'm not allowing the big play in the passing game. I'm not allowing both. But the Dallas Cowboys have been allowing both. You're letting quarterbacks throw for damn near 300 yards on under 20 pass attempts. You're letting guys complete damn near 90% of their damn passes. You're letting guys get explosive plays, and then they're killing you in the run game. So the Dallas Cowboys, you're gonna have to pick a poison, man. You cannot be inefficient in both the run game and the pass game. Sell out for one if you got to. Go pick a poison, man. Like, for real, pick a poison.
Commuter. Cowboys ain't even got the luxury to pick a poison because they don't have the players, bro. We don't have the players to stop the run. That is not what this defense is built for. And I'm gonna be honest with you, the Cowboys knew that. That's why they drafted Mozzie Smith last year in the first round. They knew they were not built to stop the run. You know what I'm saying? And that's why I say I can't even say that the Cowboys have not tried to stop it because, bro, realistically, over the last 2 years, they have actually done more than what we have normally done to try to stop the run, like investing a first-round pick that into it. Now, obviously, we haven't got the residuals back on it, but we can't say that the Cowboys have not invested. They have tried to invest some things. Now, this year, we think they could have got better talent. But I also think the Cowboys thought that Mozzie Smith was going to get better. But I will say, and this is an excuse for Mozzie Smith, 100% an excuse. But my thing is this, Mozzie Smith been in the league 18 months. He ain't even been in the league 2 years yet because the season's not over. Bro, he's already had 3 different coaches, bro. He already had 3 different coaches. Remember, Dan Quinn was supposed to be a defensive line guru. That's what he was in Seattle. You know what I'm saying? And our defensive line didn't get better under him. And then they gave him Mozzie Smith. He had him for a year, and then he left. You know what I'm saying? So it's like now my question is now, Mozzie Smith is a first-round pick, but who's really responsible for him? Just some special, you know what I'm saying? Like, bro, when you invest a first-round pick into a dude, bro, he's supposed to be mother special, dog.
Mm-hmm. But this is the only thing I will say. I think Tariq beat me to the point. Defensive tackle was never something that you should draft. When you want to stop the run, I think you agree with me on this. You spend money for it. The thing, I wasn't asking the Dallas Cowboys to go out and draft the best defensive tackle in college. You got guys that were available in free agent that were great run stoppers. DJ Reader, one of the best run stoppers in the National Football League, was available. And listen, he's a one-take. He didn't take that much money to sign. Grover ended up signing with the Indianapolis Colts.
Sheldon Rankins.
Sheldon Rankins. Shelby Harris. All these guys were available for the Dallas Cowboys, but because they did not do anything with their contracts with Dak Prescott and CeeDee Lamb, they sat on their hands, waited an hour before the game kicked off to announce that Dak Prescott was signed, let CeeDee Lamb miss all the free agency, all the training camp, and never here we got the 5th most cap space in the National Football League, and no real acquisitions outside of Eric Kendricks. And Eric Kendricks can't even do his job well because he getting the defensive tackles in front of him getting pushed to his damn lap.
The biggest thing the reason I got a problem with it is because we know we ain't been doing well with acquiring a defensive tackle. So at that point, you should be just trying to take somebody that got one good. You know what I'm saying? Like, take somebody that's good. Like, go to one of the better teams and be a free agent. Just pay for it. You know what I'm saying? You haven't been good at it when you're trying to draft it. it's a position that you really just can't draft and plug and play. So you might as well go get you an establishment. You see what I'm saying? So if you know you're not good at something, you should just go ahead and pay for it. Just buy you one. You know what I'm saying? Like, go, yeah.
Yeah, I was gonna say, and defensive tackles usually take about 3 years. You know what I'm saying? Like one take about 3 years. This is year 2. Mazi Smith is right where he's supposed to be in his development, especially coming off of an injury. Like, ain't nothing wrong with Mazi Smith. The only thing wrong with Mazi Smith is he's just not ready yet, and you're asking him to be ready, and that's on you. You knew better than to ask that of a long development position.
And I'm gonna tell you what you're supposed to do with defensive tackles too. You're never supposed to draft a defensive tackle that high if you don't have another one on the team already, bruh. Like, a defensive tackle is for sure an on-the-job type of job, bro. Like, part of the reason why the Dallas Cowboys are so good at you bring a first-round pick in to play with Zach Martin, all these established dudes. So it's like it's the mentor system. Like, you just keep mentoring guys next up. But when you bring a drag in and he's just coming into like, we need you to play right now, and it's only gonna be a coach out there to coach you. So when you're on the field, you kind of gotta be the guy. No, you need a guy that's out there. You know what I mean? That's what most defense, like Buffalo does a really good job of that. They'll have an older defensive tackle. They'll draft a younger one. The older defensive tackle will be there 2 years. The younger one will get developed, and they'll ship the older one out of there. Green Bay does that.
Shit, I don't like giving a rival any credit, but shit, even the Commanders do that. Look at Jonathan Allen and them. Look how they built the interior of their defensive line. So yeah, like I completely agree with you, man. Like the mentorship program for defensive tackles in Dallas is non-existent. And
you know who else does that?
Go ahead.
Minnesota, and does it with the wide receiver position.
Yeah, I could definitely see that. I'm also gonna say the guy that you had here as a mentor was really Jonathan Hankins, and you shipped him out a little bit too early. In my humble opinion, you shipped him out a little bit too early for the difference of about $1.9 million. So you mean to tell me your best run defender from last year wasn't worth an extra $0.9 million? There was not much difference. And listen, he's going crazy right now in Seattle. Go watch his tape. That man has been excellent in the middle of the Seattle Seahawks defense. So yeah, man, like Dallas Cowboys dropped the ball on that. And listen, like you said, Wes, you don't have the people. There's only so much you can do personnel wise. The only thing I could say is maybe move Michael Parsons off of the defensive line, put an actual defensive end out there, and sometimes go bare front. You might have to put five defensive linemen on there and put your 2 fastest linebackers out there, Micah and Overshown, on obvious running downs. But you got to do something besides to get your ass whooped in your standard packages. Because I don't think that you can stop the run the way that you want to with Michael Parsons attached to the defensive line. I don't. Especially when your defensive tackles ain't worth a damn.
Yeah, and at this point, your offense has to play defense, has to help you stop the run. So I'm gonna keep it right now. How can my offense help me stop the run? People are saying, West Coast, you're dumb. How can their offense stop you? Well, I'm going to tell you this right now. Jerry Jones told you at the beginning in 2016 that the best defense was going to be a really, really good offense. So the first thing we need to do to stop the run is we need to improve what is not right on our offense. We need to commit. Listen to me. I really don't know how good any of our running backs are except for Deuce Vaughn. I'm sorry. I know how good he is. He's not good enough. All right, but Rico Dow, I don't. Rico Dow, I don't know.
Wait a minute. Time out. Don't do little legs like that, man. Continue.
Bro, listen to me. The NFL does little legs like that. Little legs. I'll tell you a scenario that little legs will be great in. Little legs is going to be great in a game where you've been. Listen to me. Let me tell you though. The great scenario for him is a game where you've been wearing down on a team, where you've been running on a team, and you're at like 35 rushing attempts, and now it's fourth quarter, and it's like an 8-point game, 9-point game, and then you bring in Deuce Vaughn, and they're like, fuck. Now we got to chase him around. That's the scenario you bring Deuce Vaughn in. You don't bring Deuce Vaughn in trying to make something happen with him. No, you bring Deuce Vaughn in at the end of games to punish teams because now you got to go chase him. Why? Because he's gonna move. Even if he gets 3 yards, you're gonna have to chase him for 5 yards for him to get that 3 yards. And
Heart
that
of a
needs to be the
lion.
mindset.
He got the
Yeah,
heart of a
that needs.
lion, body of a little league goat, and then the legs of a child. That's all we saying. But I think, man, y'all, look, we gave Deuce Vaughn hell, and now, you know what I'm saying, it's coming out. It's looking like, it should have never been, man. It looked like they just wanted a good story. Now, am I saying he can't do nothing and it'll never be? I don't know if I can say that much, but so far, it's not looking too great, man. It's not looking too great. And I told him not to give him no carries against the Ravens either. That's a tough, intimidating team, bro. That's a gangster defense over there. And you gonna run out Deuce Vaughn? That don't fit. That's not the game for him. You should have been running more Zeke. But like Westcott said, though, our offense gonna have to be the run game, the defense against the run game. We're gonna have to strengthen our strength. That's the only thing we can do. And I was thinking of talking about this. It's old now, but I mean, run game keeps struggling. Like you might have to run Dak ass too. What y'all think about that?
Listen, at this point, I need to do any and everything so Dak Prescott is not sitting behind that offensive line. I know we ain't talked about it. Your offensive line ain't been good this year, bro. Can we have an honest conversation about that? I don't think
I'm
people
cool.
talk about it enough. You don't want to talk about it, do you?
No, I'm not. I'm cool on Dak out there running the ball, man. Dak. Listen to me, man. Dak is getting hurt way too much as it is, bro. You want to bring on more contact? Nah, I'm cool. He didn't have a wrist. He didn't have an ankle. I'm cool. And he's the highest paid quarterback in football, man. If Dak Prescott gets hurt running the ball right now, bro, we are gonna look like oh my God, bro. They're gonna laugh at us, bro. I would feel so dumb, bro. No.
All right.
Like I don't listen.
I was gonna say you don't want to talk about running Dak, then talk about the offensive line real quick.
I mean, this is the thing about the offensive line. Ain't really much to talk about. They got to play more. There's nothing that your offensive line. The only thing we could do is just talk about them. That's it. But there's nothing they can do to get better except for play. And unfortunately, the only thing that they can play is in games. Like this is their third game together. You have 2 rookies. Like literally 40% of your offensive line is 2 guys who have never played in the NFL before. One guy is literally playing Cooper. Was Cooper Beebe a center in college last year?
Hell no.
Okay, so then he's playing he's playing his 3rd game in the NFL and his 3rd game ever as a center in the NFL. And he's touching the ball on every play. So it's like, yeah, people say, oh yeah, he can be a center. He can be a center. Yeah, I believe he can be a center too. But this is what I also ask: how effective could he be? I could be a corner for the Dallas Cowboys right now, but guess what? I'd be giving up touchdowns left and right because I'm not chasing nobody 30 yards.
It's over with, huh?
Yeah, I'm not doing it, bro. I'm not doing it. You run 30 at 31 yards, you officially got away. Just go ahead and give him 6.
But I will say this: I will give the rookies time. Like I knew Tyler Guy would have a hard time because we playing some of the best pass rushers in the league this year. Like even compared when Tyler Smith was playing left tackle, like the number of double digits pass sack guys he played is astronomically more. Like Cooper Beebe, I understand the learning curve, but Terrence Steele, my guy, you got to stop getting your ass whooped.
Nah, he ain't been. Listen to me. What happened with Terrence Steele is he had a really good season and a half. He got paid the same season he got hurt, and his skill set diminished. Obviously, why? Because he was not already an elite player. He was already playing above where he was. So that injury set him back. So that's just what it is. Like, man, like it ain't even like that. He ain't even hurt right now. It's just straight technique and just him just flat out just not even just like just not. This guy's just going straight around him, bro. Like this tape is ugly.
And you know what? He used to kill people in the run game. He's not even doing that no more, bro. He not
Yeah, and I
even
mean,
showing up in the run game.
yeah, it'd be scaring me, bro, because the Cowboys, like, it lets me know the Cowboys tape. What I mean, they don't be making decisions based off film, bro, because like the opening drive for the Dallas Cowboys never works, and if it's not working, and your opening drive for your team is supposed to be conducive to you scoring points, that means you're not doing what? That means you're not watching the film and creating a game plan that's working. You know what I'm saying? And then you got to think like this: you have players that are consistently doing the same thing, making the same mistakes on film, and they're not getting reprimanded by it. What is reprimand? What reprimand means? They're not getting benched. They're not telling, you know what I mean? They're not getting sat down. They're not. You're not hearing about Terrence, other guys getting prepared. And if Terrence still don't play well, you're not hearing that. So
And just to show you the NFL does not give a damn, the Kansas City Chiefs were winning games and they still benched their second round pick rookie left tackle. They like, yeah, you did okay, son, but you ain't doing enough. We're trying to win right now. They went put a veteran in. Dallas Cowboys don't even have an option like that on the roster. Because when you talk about benching anybody, who's going to come in for Terrence Steele right now? Matt Walesko. You gonna put Matt Walesko in over Terrence Steele? Yeah, landlord, West Coast, me, Awesome Richards. Who the fuck is gonna come in for Terrence Steele? Like, you ain't got nothing to threaten, not a soul on here with. Hey, ESO, I was just saying that we ain't got the talent to bench nobody like them. We ain't got the talent to bench nobody. And you know what's even sadder, Wes? When you go back and you look at the first drive of the Dallas Cowboys, you look at the completion percentage, EPA, and everything, is at the first 15 were actually better than the next 16 that they run. The issue the Dallas Cowboys have had on every first drive, they've had a back-breaking penalty on every first drive. They've either had a holding, they had some false starts, multiple holdings in one game. The Dallas Cowboys can't get out their own damn way. And that's one thing that we never really talk about with this offense. Like, you will see the Dallas Cowboys move the ball to the 30-yard line. Holding, false start, holding, sack. Like, Dallas Cowboys move the ball and then implode. And in the league that is playing more too high safety shells or trying to keep everything in front of them, and you got to march the length of the field without making mistakes, the Dallas Cowboys are on pace to be one of the most penalized teams in the National Football League.
That's the thing I think somebody needs to bring up, though, because, I mean, I told you, I watched the film. I understand why CeeDee Lamb was frustrated. Like, he was getting open sometimes, and Dak wasn't able to get it to him, and he was buried behind, 200-300-pound defensive ends and tackles and stuff, chasing them. So, I mean, somebody need to sit down with CD, man, and let him just have a conversation with him. Like, do you understand that Dak has two rookie offensive linemen out here, man? Dak is running. He's doing the protections himself. The center, Cooper Beebe's supposed to do that. Dak been doing the protections himself to take that off of him. You see what I'm saying? So he's been doing a whole lot out there trying to get this offense together, man. And of course, it's gonna get frustrating when CD feel like he open, but Dak's sitting up there getting hit, and you don't even know what your concepts look like, because by the time Dak if he do a 5-step drop, they back there. If he do a 3-step drop, he might have a little time to throw the ball. But anything that take time to develop down the field, I challenge you to go watch the film. You really can't even see much of it. So I don't know what the big fuss is about the offense. We need to be talking about this offensive line. That's where it starts at. We ain't giving nobody a shot for real because of how bad the offensive line been playing.
yeah, and I don't think CeeDee Lamb was necessarily mad at Dak for not getting him the ball. Like, I think he knows that. I think CeeDee Lamb was mad at the fact that they were bracketing him and Dak wasn't looking at him. Like, that's what CeeDee Lamb, like, a wide receiver isn't gonna. He understands that when you're running for your life, because he's running with you. You know what I'm saying?
Time out. If that's Miss HTM, that's your mama right there, ain't it?
No, that's my dad on my mama profile. He ain't got.
Oh, okay. Pops, he been cussing like a fool. He been saying, he said Look, he said every cuss word from A to Z, Pops. So you might need to tighten him up over there. You know what I'm saying? He been going crazy today, sir. I just
And
had to
see,
make sure I put you on. Yeah,
and
yeah,
then
okay.
y'all wonder why landlord gets the intros that he gets, because that was very nefarious. That was evil. So
That was
I'm gonna
that's called
continue.
payback. That's called payback right
That's called
there.
payback.
Where's your black shirt?
that get back a mug.
Shout out to YTB Fat.
Hey,
Oh, but yeah, man, let's continue on though, man. Cause listen,
but hey, man, let me say something real quick though. I want to reiterate this
go ahead.
because West Coast was saying this after that first loss. I said, listen to me. When CD Lamb is even when CD Lamb is not open, throw him the damn ball. Double coverage, it does not matter. You have to get him the ball. Listen to me. Not getting him the ball isn't working. So F it. What is gonna hurt your offense? It's not gonna hurt your offense. If anything, you empower him. You empower him. You need to be able to look at CD Lamb and say, listen, in single coverage, I'm throwing you the ball. Double coverage, I'm throwing you the ball. And in those moments, I'm da 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 da. But if you're CD Lamb right now, because y'all got to think like this, people saying, oh, yeah, he got all this money. He got all this money. Well, guess what? He knows he got all that money. CD Lamb knows he got all that money. He knows he got all that money. So he knows that he wants to get that ball too because he feels the pressure of it too. So that's what I'm saying. And it's like it's not about like, oh, he's being a baby and he's no. CeeDee Lamb don't need to control his emotions. Y'all need to get a goddamn camera out of his face. Like, man, let me get into it with my lady, man, and then you want to put him West Coast. What's up, man? What you think about these Cowboys, man? You know what I mean? Like, come on, bro. Like we need to stop putting cameras in faces, looking for raw emotions, getting raw emotions, then blaming that said person for the raw emotions that we were looking for in the first place. Like, why else do they interview dudes right after games? Like, they be standing there with their shirt hat, you know what I'm saying, still sweating, trying to talk about games. The reason why they want that is because they want that raw, you know what I'm saying? So I'm sorry, that's I have no problem with CeeDee Lamb throwing helmets. I don't have no problems with people exhibiting the fact that they don't want to lose. There's too many people that's just sitting on the sidelines, just drinking cups of Gatorade and saying, oh, well, that got sacked. Let me go on in and get this one real quick. Those are the people that we need off our team. But a guy passionate, no. And I don't even really care about, listen to me, the fumble, I get it. But CeeDee Lamb wasn't yelling about that. And let's all put ourselves in his position. We all know he wasn't yelling about that. And that's not what he was mad about. You know what I'm saying? CeeDee Lamb believes that he's CeeDee Lamb. And when you don't throw the ball to him in double coverage or in those positions, he feels like you don't believe in him. And that's why he has to go tell him, give me the freaking football. I have no problem. Now, my son will tell you, I have no problem with dogs barking for the ball. I have no problem. I have no problem with it, bro. For those guys, especially if you a dog, it's my job to get it to you. Like it's my job as your coach to get it to you. You a dog, you a proven dog, and you want the ball. I'm gonna get you the ball. Show me something else then. That's what you want. That's why you paid him $34 million. Him out there yelling and screaming, that's the $34 million. You don't want, what would you want? CeeDee Lamb fumble the ball and just walk off to the sidelines. How you doing? Now imagine if you would have saw the opposite. You would have saw CeeDee Lamb laughing and giggling and dapping. What would Cowboys be saying then? What would Cowboy fans be saying then? That he don't care. He make all this money and don't even care. Just fumble the ball and look at him over there smiling. But when he's frustrated and throws his helmet, you gotta say he's a child. What is he supposed to do? What is he supposed to do? I'm eating Pringles. I want to know. What is he supposed to do? Cause y'all making it hard for him out here, man.
Man, Land, do you want to respond? or are you being nefarious right now?
Of course, I want to respond. I don't have a problem with a receiver acting like a diva like they usually do. But at the same time, though, when your number called, you got to be ready for it, man. I seen CD do all of that, and then when Dak threw on the ball, you dropping the ball, your head's
Yeah,
still out of the game. I
but
don't like
landlord, you
that.
got to
I don't
remember.
like
You
that
got to
part.
remember though, landlord. You got to remember. The want does not negate that he's still a human. Right? You're not asking. You're not paying for perfection. You're paying for him to get it right the next play. Okay, you drop that ball. I'm paying for you to catch the next one. That's football, dog. Like that. Come on, man. Like
I get what you're saying. You're right about it, but at the same time, bro, sometimes you don't get that next play. I'm paying
yeah,
you to make the catch.
but see, this the
You know what I'm
thing.
saying?
When
That's what
you're
I'm
make,
paying you for.
but see, this the thing though. When you're making $34 million, an offense should negate that you should. And if the offense doesn't, that's on the offense's fault, bro. And now listen to me. I've been yelling since week one that CD doesn't get enough targets. For $34 million, bro, I am not paying to throw a dude 7 balls, bro. That's ridiculous. That's ridiculous. For bro, 7 targets, bro. $34 million? 7? No, that's not enough. For $34 million, that is not enough. And think about this. A guy like CeeDee Lamb, has CeeDee Lamb ever been perfect in his career? No. He's never been career. Listen to me. There was one year where CeeDee Lamb was 3rd in the league in drops. And guess what? We don't think about that. You want to know why? Because CeeDee Lamb's positive outweighs his negatives. Bro, everybody has negatives. Everybody has negative plays. That's why they record them. Everybody has negative plays. But the reason why he's CeeDee Lamb and why he's not Jalen Tolbert is because CeeDee Lamb has way more positive plays of him being CeeDee Lamb than he does of him not being CeeDee Lamb. And when you pay him $34 million, you're saying, I trust that you're going to be more CeeDee Lamb than you are going to be anything else. And you have to be able to do that, bro. Like a $34 million receiver drops the ball, you got to throw him the ball again. You don't do that to a no, because the $34 million has a receiver is already established that yes, I'm not Jesus, but I can walk on water. And that's what CeeDee Lamb is. Man, I'm gonna tell you this right here. Kobe Bryant had one of his worst games ever. I watched it, bro. This is documented. One of his worst games ever. He shot like 4 of like 4. Oh my God. He shot 4 of like 17, bro. He only had 6. He only had 6 points going into the 4th quarter, and 4 of them were free throws. Just a bad overall shooting night, bruh. Final 3 seconds of the game. You know what the coach does? Who do you think he runs a play for? Even though he having a bad night, guess who he runs the play for? Kobe Bryant. Kobe Bryant ended up with 9 points that game. Remember, I told you he had 6, but he did hit that 3 that mattered. You know what I'm saying? That's the difference. That's the difference with everybody else, bruh. CeeDee's not like everybody. CeeDee Lamb can make mistakes. And let's just be real. We all have that person that's been on a football team or been in our work, bro. They can make mistakes and get it right. But that's what makes them different. That's why he is the highest paid receiver in football. And when you take on those titles, bro, you're supposed, just like this. Tyreek Hill got arrested 15 minutes before the game. And guess what? If he goes out there and not put up a buck, nobody gives a damn, bro. What is you talking about? I don't give a damn about you getting arrested. But guess what Tariq went out there and did? That boy went out there and dropped a 90-yard touchdown and then made fun of the police, bruh. Boy went for
See,
like 160.
that's the difference, though. When you produce, we don't care.
No.
It got to the point.
That's
it looked like
no.
it
That's
got.
not the difference.
Hold on. Wait a minute, bro. Hold on. It looked like it got to the point where I seen CeeDee Lamb look like he had to get took out the game. Yeah, it got that bad. He was over there taking a knee when we needed him in the game, bro. Like, I get what you're
CeeDee Lamb
saying, but
no, I didn't see that because CeeDee Lamb was involved in the
I
4th
seen
quarter.
it.
In that third,
I
listen, because he was probably tired, but they didn't listen to him. CeeDee Lamb was balling in that 3rd quarter. Like that boy was moving around in that 3rd quarter, man. CeeDee Lamb, I'm not. You have to.
He wasn't on the field in the 4th quarter for neither one of the 3.
Say what?
He wasn't in there or any one of those.
I know.
I don't know what's going on. Maybe he was
You got
injured. Maybe
everything.
he was frustrated. I don't know.
Helmet, shoulder pads,
But
mouthpiece.
we talk about when they came back in the fourth.
We just gotta call a spade a spade. It's just certain stuff it shouldn't be going on, bro. And he said it, he manned up to it. So now we shouldn't see it no more. He took accountability for it. Like, of course
Man,
you're gonna blow up on the sideline sometime, but CD said, hey, you gotta be more professional. You can't let your emotions take you out the game though. You can't do that. And we seen some signs of that. That's all I'm saying. We just can't let that happen. Especially, we needed CD, bro. He said he felt like some of them plays he could have impacted, and he felt like we lost the game because of some of the things that he did. This is what CD Lamb said. So I mean, long as he corrected going forward, it is what it is. But I just can't. I can't turn a blind eye to what happened. I just can't.
I put it to you like this, man. I put it to you like this. We gonna celebrate him when he's yelling, and we gonna ride, and not even just ride with him, but we not gonna negate that passion goes both ways. If CD Lamb scores a huge 90-yard touchdown, it's going to be passion. And guess what? If there's a mistake going the other way, then guess what? There's also going to be passion. Passion is a part of football. Football is too much of a contact sport for me to be telling dudes to calm down. I'm sorry, bro. I don't listen. I don't.
But you do have to calm down because when mental mistakes happen, you can't be passionate and You can't be passionate and get a rough in the passer. You can't be passionate
Yeah,
and jump your ass
but that's
offside.
not what I'm saying though.
You can't be
That's what
passionate. I'm just saying you gotta
you
have
you do
controlled
have
passion. You
you
just
do
can't
have.
have out. But yeah,
Yeah, and I'm
that's what
not.
we're
And listen
saying.
to me.
That's what we're
I'm
saying.
not saying you not. I'm not saying that's not controlled. When that's not passion though. When you get to the point where it's stopping you from doing something, that is not passion. That's not passion. That is a negative behavior. That's being defiant now.
That's
If you
the
tell me,
point he got to though. It
but see,
looked like though, Wes. That's
that's
what
the
I'm
thing.
saying.
But I'm gonna tell you though, my issue with this is this: you're talking about a player who is being defiant in response of the fact that you're not getting him involved in the offense. I don't. That's my problem. See, you guys are talking about the fruit afterwards. I'm talking about the initial thing when we first started this game. When we initially, TJ, go in there and buy me 3 bags of Fun Dip. Let's go. Fun Dip, Fun Dip, Fun Dip. Hey, I'm addicted to Fun Dip.
It's dude slap me.
When
Just
this
let you know before
initial
you
game,
say
you
it.
can go in there with him. This initial game, the Dallas Cowboys did not get him involved. The first drive of the game, he did not touch the ball. Did not touch the ball. Then think about this: you put him in the backfield as a running back and throw the ball to somebody else. So now you're telling me to control myself and that I can control my emotions, even though nobody's going to talk about the fact that you won't give me the goddamn football. And I'm supposed to just be sitting here and just be calm, cool, collective, and cool about the fact that you don't want to give me the ball. Now, I'm going to tell you, sometimes you got to blow up, bruh. Because then they be like, oh, damn, maybe we should get him the football. See, everybody's talking about CD Lamb right now, but I promise you this is what's going to happen in this Giants game. I promise you he have at least 12, 15 targets against the Giants. I promise you he does. I promise you he does.
I mean,
But think
I
about
hope he
this.
does,
But think
so we
about
can
this.
listen to the
And think
tape.
about this. Even CD Lamb now knows sometimes that's what you got to do. Like, look what he had to do to get paid. Like, bro,
I
stuff.
understand what you're saying, man, but I ain't gonna lie. Like, I seen one play when we was in the end zone, well, in the red zone. CD lined up for in the backfield, and Dak almost got his head took off. It was a wide open touchdown. Like, the thing about it is, I
What does that
understand the
got to do with CD
frustration.
Lamb?
This is what I'm telling you. It ain't got nothing. You can't just be CD Lamb. You are on a team, sir. You got to understand
Yes,
what's going on with the
but
team.
landlord, but
Hold
landlords,
on, wait a
but
minute. Hold on.
that
You
makes
got to
no sense.
understand that. Yes, it does.
No, it
Dak
doesn't,
is
because
about to
that
get
has
his
nothing to
head
do with
took
what I'm
off.
saying. That
How
has
can he
nothing
throw
to
you
do
the
with what I'm
ball?
saying. That
How
has
can he throw
nothing
you?
to do with what I'm saying.
I'm not
Stop it.
talking about you right now. I'm talking about CD Lamb and his
And I'm
mentality.
talking
I'm
about,
not
and
talking about
exactly,
you.
and I'm talking about CD Lamb not getting the ball on the very first drive. So guess what? That may make sense then, but still, I'm gonna ask you this: can we talk about the very first drive? See, everybody
There's
wants to
nothing
talk
to
about.
talk about on the very first
No,
drive.
no, 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 no.
They didn't make it past the damn 30.
Let me say this real quick. There is a issue with the Dallas Cowboys not getting CeeDee Lamb one attempt on your opening drive. Then him not even giving us an attempt until the third down of your next drive. You know what that is? That's CeeDee Lamb go do something special for us to get us to continue this drive. That was his first attempt. Was on a third down when the Dallas Cowboys needed it. Now, I'm gonna tell you like this. That's the buildup as a player. Like, I've been a player on a team where they were dependent on you to make plays. So when you get in and think about this, you go into these big games knowing, bro, if I don't freaking ball, we are probably not going to have a chance to play this game. See, elite players know that. We have those conversations. Like, bro, I know if I don't come in here and play well, we're not going to have a chance. We're not going to have a chance. So if you're knowing that going into a game and your team is already showing you from the beginning that they're not going to get you involved, yes, at that point, CeeDee Lamb needs to mature and learn how to deal with that better. But what I'm saying is a $34 million receiver should not have to deal with that. Want to know why? Because I remember when the Cowboys played the Packers, and I remember this like it was day. Devontae Adams had, on the first drive, had 3 targets. Like, bro, why would you not get in the car? Get in the car. Get in the car. Why would you not like my thing is this? How do you pay for something so expensive and then use it less? Like, that's crazy. The Cowboys didn't want to play CeeDee Lamb. So since you didn't want to pay him, you go into the season and use him less. I would think that if you didn't want to pay somebody, did you get 3 of them? I said get 3 of them. Go give me 2 more. Go give me 1 more. That's why I said that if I'm CeeDee Lamb, right now I'm frustrated in the fact where it's like, bro, you guys gave me this money. I accepted this money. And now you guys are putting me in a position where I can't even, like, show y'all that I want the money. Like, why aren't you overusing it? Like, I don't get that. Why would you pay a receiver $34 million to only throw the ball 7 times? You actually paid CeeDee Lamb to use him less. Like, what are you saving him for? Like, abuse his ass. Like, I don't think about this. And they did the same thing with Zeke. When Zeke was a young running back, everybody was talking about, oh my God, they're going to put too many carries on him. They're going to put too many carries on him. As soon as they paid Zeke, what did they do? Running back by committee. That makes no freaking sense.
So, Wes, you don't think it's a time to CeeDee Lamb miss a count that they got to ramp him up? Or you just think it's just supposed to go full drive with CeeDee?
Listen to me. What did CeeDee Lamb do week 1? For $34 million, and he held, listen to me, when you hold out, you make a conscious decision that, listen to me, even though I'm not going to be with the team, I'm still going to be able to perform. And guess what? Week 1 told me, oh yeah, CeeDee Lamb's fine. That boy almost had 100 yards, bro. Right out the gate. There's nothing wrong with CeeDee Lamb. Nothing. The only thing that's wrong with CeeDee Lamb is he as mentally tough as he needs to be for the Dallas Cowboys? Probably not. But guess what? A lot of people aren't mentally tough to be, you know what I'm saying? It takes a special individual to be a Dallas Cowboy player, bro. Because, you know, you get thrown at some stuff that, like, my quarterback's brother committed suicide. You know what I'm saying? His mom passed away. Like, and he had to go through a contract negotiation, all in the same, all within 3 years. And we for sure.
And a false
you
accusation.
said you made a good case, but at the same time, like, we paid him because we believe that he is that guy. So you gotta be that guy when it's time to be that guy.
Yeah, but you also got to throw him the ball. But see, this is landlord. Stop for 1 second, and will you acknowledge that the Dallas Cowboys did not throw him the ball on his opening drive? So my question is this: if you know that you were the guy and your team did that, how would you feel?
I mean, of course you're gonna want the ball, but do you throw a temper tantrum and fuck up?
No,
everything?
but listen. But guess what, landlord? That's where he needs to grow. But listen to me. There's 2 problems here. The first problem is CeeDee Lamb does need to grow in that area. But the other problem is the Dallas Cowboys need to grow in that area too. See, too often in life, we only want to blame one party, or we want to look at, no, you got to look at both sides, because guess what? There's a responsibility. You 18, you listen to me, you a parent, your 18-year-old kid at 18 ends up in prison. Yeah, he made those mistakes, but motherfucker, you raised his ass for 18 years. So what was your part in those bad mistakes? So that's where I'm at. Think about this. The Cowboys can't stop the run right now. like semi-smart Cowboy fans, you know what they say? Oh, it's just a team. It's just a team. But educated, smart football fans, you know what we say? Man, that's Jerry Jones's fault. Why? Because we know he's the one that makes the decisions to put the players on the team. So if he's choosing bad players, bruh, how can you be bad at a player who's like 50 years old trying to stop the run, bro? Like their film doesn't even say they can stop the run right now. It says they can stop the run 4 years ago. Yes. But it doesn't say they can stop the run right now. Like we need to get people like Henny, like you said, Henny. We need guys whose film says they can stop the run now. And what does that mean? That means you're going to have to pay somebody. Period. Because if your film says that you can stop the run right now, you are a very period. You are expensive. No matter how you spin it, bro. There's no way. There's just like think about this, bro. If I told you there's a cornerback out there who has a very high turnover rate and can consistently stop the pass, do you think he would be cheap? Hell no. He would not be cheap. I would think he'd be one of the more expensive players in the NFL. Well, guess what? That's what it is. That's Trevon Diggs. Like he is. He's one of the more expensive players. And think about this. The Dallas Cowboys need 2 defensive tackles. You really need 2.
Boy, they need a lot of shit.
Bro, they're running the ball 35 times. There's no defensive tackle in football that's in shape for that. There's no D tackle that's.
So you need about 3. You need the 2 to start, and you need somebody to rotate in.
Bruh, 35, 40 rushing attempts. Bruh, 30. Like, think about this. Even if you got 1 good defensive tackle, he's going to be done by the 3rd quarter, bruh.
Boy, the second, about 40 times.
Bruh, he's going to be done. And think about this. What about the play action?
Damn, I swear to God, I would think about play action too, bro. Like listen, because the defensive tackles got to play every snap most of the time.
Pretty much.
That's not even counting the couple of pass plays in there to play action. So yeah, if they running the ball 40 times, they controlling the clock. They probably gonna have to defend with 80 snaps.
Yes, you're gonna really need 3.
If they playing from start
to
finish,
you need 3, bro. You need 3 defense tackles.
3.
You're right. You need 3. Because you need one that's solely for. Because think about this. You need a defensive tackle that's like a closer in baseball, like a fresh guy who can just play that middle of the defense in the 4th quarter. Because you got to think in the 4th quarter when games get close, teams like to work that middle. Why? Because of field goals. Field goal position becomes more important. You know what I'm saying? Teams are also more inclined, instead of like on 2nd and 2, them trying to do a deep pass in short games, and a 2nd and 2, they're more inclined to what? Run the ball and get the 2nd down. Why? Because now the clock's in play.
All right, Miss Mason said, hey, I might have missed it, but can we talk about Brandon Cooks and the interception save? Now, that's the passion I want to see played with. And listen, kudos to Brandon Cooks for not letting his quarterback go outside, because it would have been a pick. They would have talked crazy about the quarterback, but, hey, that was a nice penalty. What we don't talk about, though, is in hindsight, that was a 65-yard field goal opportunity that we passed on in a game that we lost by 3. So in hindsight, I know they were trying to go for the gusto. In hindsight, you probably should have took the points, because Brandon Aubrey would have made it. So that's one thing that we don't talk about. You probably should have kicked the field goal there instead of going for it on 4th.
Otto Aubrey.
Do you agree with? Yeah, Otto Aubrey. And we're gonna have to knock on wood before he plays again, because I don't want to jinx nothing.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm not saying he didn't want him to get hurt or nothing, but I think they just didn't want to put a whole bunch of extra stress on him. You know what I'm saying? Because you only got so many of those long kicks in you, man. Like, they be automatic, but you know what I mean? Like, you know what I mean? It's like a quarterback. It's like a quarterback. Like, they don't be throwing like 70-yard bombs, because you only got so many of those big throws in you in a day. You know what I'm saying? That arm starts then you start not necessarily risking injury, but like that's why they don't practice long kicks, and that's why a lot of kickers don't practice long kicks in warmups. You know what I'm saying? Because you be practicing kicking 60s and 50s in warmups, and you go in the game and you be all kind of messed up a little bit, be too tight, and you know what I mean? So I think the Cowboys probably didn't want to put too much more stress on him. But at the end of the day, Brandon Aubrey, your goal should be to be one of the highest paid kickers ever. You know what I'm saying? So shoot, you should have been telling him, put me on the field, I'll make it, I'll be all right.
Yeah, I don't know, man. I know Brandon Aubrey is a weapon, and I don't want to hurt him. If we can get this offense on track, that'll be a great advantage for us. Like we would have to like get a three and out almost to not get points if we really just do this thing right. You know what I'm saying? Like if we operate on a top tier level, bro, they would have to three and out us to get us to no points. If we get two first downs, two first downs, we down there in scoring range. So that's a hell of an advantage right there.
It is. It is. And this is the thing I want to say about the New York Giants, because really the game plan for every team we play for the rest of the year is going to be the same for the Dallas Cowboys. I want to see your quarterback actually quarterback. If we're talking about them running the ball 30, 40 times, that's going to be hard for the Dallas Cowboys as currently constructed. But if we can get a lead and force them into some obvious passing situations, the guy that wants to be the highest paid defensive player in history, you can let him lose. That multi-time Pro Bowl pass rush on the other side, you can let him lose. Overshown, you can blitz him. You can bring the pressures and these stunts and rely on the strength of your defense, right? The moment that you're in those passing situations. But you are not going to win football games when quarterbacks do not have to pass the ball 20 times. If they ain't got to even break the,
Facts.
if you ain't even got to break the 20 passing attempt mark, it's hard for me to even believe that you're going to lose that game. The quarterback not putting the ball in the air. The quarterback not doing anything to put the game in jeopardy.
And think about this, Eddie. Think about this. If he's not throwing the ball, you know what the quarterback, you know what that really means? That means they're not in a rush to score points either. Why are they not in a rush to score points? Because they're probably in control of the game. You know what I mean? Like, because
Those are the difference.
when you're not throwing the ball, you're basically saying that we're okay with not getting any big plays. Like we don't need them. Whereas in the Cowboys, we're looking for big plays. Where do big plays come from in the pass game? Or at least they're supposed to.
Yeah.
Like, there's no run in the NFL that's designed to get 15 yards. Every run in the NFL is designed to get 5 to 6 yards, and then players just take it that way.
Yeah, because you just after they get to the initial block and they get to the second level, it's all
It's on
on
you.
this.
It's on you.
It's all on the skill set of the runner. So yeah, that's true. Because like you said, runs are designed to get the runners to the second level and then they take over.
Because think about this, offensive lineman can't even block past 5 yards.
He said, "I don't care what nobody says, Dolphins or okay. I'm sorry. It's Andre. Andre, speedy. I pray for a speedy recovery for Tua though. I hope he gets have a speedy recovery.
How long is he supposed to be out?
They put him on IR, so he got to miss 4 games at least. He already missed one, so this is like 3 more games that got to be missed. But they didn't want to rush him back. They wanted to make sure when you have repeated brain injuries, man, you want to protect your guy. You got to give them as much time as they need to recuperate.
I'm gonna tell you this right here. I know the NFL can't guarantee it, but if I was the NFL, he should not get on the field until you guarantee that he can't make us look like that again. Because I'm gonna tell you this right now: when you're trying to sell football to these moms and dads, that is not a good look, bro.
Mm-mm.
That is
It's
not a good look, bro. That is not a good look.
hell no. No, who want to send a child to get brain injuries? Also, shout out to Keystone, man. He hit me with the 9.99 for the mind. He said, "I feel like we are the only team in the league with multiple positions by committee: defensive tackle, wide receiver, tight end, running back. Horrendous."
Well, this is what happens. The Cowboys use their first round pick on stuff that they already should have had. Like, think about this. It could have been a whole domino effect if you would have just kept Tyron Smith. I mean, well, it is what it is, but you would have kept Tyron Smith. He'd still be your left tackle. You still have a first round pick. You could have used that first round pick on what? Anything that you need right now currently.
Yep. You
Like,
could have
that's
got yeah. If there was a running back with a first round grade, you could have got one. And you talk about
now I'm gonna be honest with you, no running back. Because imagine if we would have had a running back right now, first round pick with Rico Dow stats and his attempts, bro, y'all be pissed off
the,
right now. Feeling
the
like crack, bro.
Hey, the only saving grace I have is when they invest that much into it, they use it. They ran Zeke to the ground his first year. So that would be my only pushback when they spend money and shit, or they spend a first round pick on it. They run
Lamb
them
can't get the
motherfuckers to
ball
the
though.
ground.
Now I wish they would do that to CD. I wish they would do that to CD Lamb. Run CD Lamb into the ground.
Now listen, we're mad at CD Lamb for his attempts. He's still top 10. And through 3 games, he's still top 10 as attempts. So I'm sure that he'll separate himself as the season progresses. But yeah, that like he's gonna get his. I have no doubts about that shit.
Well, guess what? He needs to be number one because he needs more attempts. Goddamn it! There was a game where freaking Ferguson had more. Your tight end had more attempts than CD Lamb. That was against the Saints. That's trash, bro.
Ferg didn't play.
Like I'm gonna be honest with you, Dak. CD Lamb he has the right to cuss you out. The hell you mean, bro? They just ain't got the right to freaking put it on camera. They gotta stop recording that stuff. Like mamas and daddies can get in arguments. It's okay. We can go at it. Wake up. You just gotta make sure. Look at you. Look like you stole something. Wake up. But yeah, mamas and daddies. You know what I'm saying? We folks be acting like we can't argue. We can argue. We just got to have disagreements. Like we human, especially when it's right and we all trying to go in the right direction. And guess what? Dak wasn't throwing the ball. So if I'm CeeDee Lamb and you can talk to Dak, why am I gonna cuss out the offensive coordinator? And I'm gonna go cuss out the dude throwing the ball. Throw me the goddamn football. And I mean it. And if you don't throw me the football, I'm gonna be waiting out like, bro, these dudes is better than me because I threaten folks after like the second attempt. Like I started for real. I be wanting to put my hands on you now. 34 M's. Oh yeah, I'm definitely gonna put. You gonna throw me the ball? I'm gonna whip your ass after this game, Dak. Yeah, you mean?
Hold on, you 60 more than 34 though, right?
Not in my bank account. I ain't got 60. I got 34.
In his. All right, but shit, well that got 60. You're like, hey, throw me the
Exactly.
ball when you open. When you open, nigga. No, go run your fucking route.
No, ain't I got 34.
Go run your fucking.
Facts.
Go run your fucking
Facts.
route.
I got 30. No,
Get your
listen to
ass
me.
over there and
You
sit
listen
down
to me.
for
When you don't even run plays his way, that's on your offense. I can see, like, listen to me. I can see if we were saying CeeDee Lamb's getting 14 attempts, he's getting 10 attempts, and he's not catching the ball. Bro, he got 7 attempts, and he didn't get no attempts on the first drive. That's an offense that's saying we're not getting the ball. That's nothing on CeeDee Lamb.
Well, listen.
Maybe if he wouldn't have took out the game, he could have got some more attempts.
Man,
like,
listen to me. Guess what? He didn't get taken out the game. That was the beginning of the game. That was the first drive. We're talking about the first drive.
No,
of
you
the
just
game.
said he got 7. You just said he
drive.
got 7. I'm talking about the total now. He could have got more attempts if he would have stayed in the game.
Bruh, listen, we talking. We talking about both games, right? You know the results for the Saints in the last game were the exact result. You know that, right?
Yeah. I thought you was talking about this guy. I thought that's what we was talking about.
We can be talking about both games because the Cowboys did it in both games. The Cowboys are not, bro. Go look at this. The Cowboys do not get him involved. And my thing is this: if you got to think like this, at this point you have to feel like you're being lied to, because you just sat in meetings for a week, looking at game plans, and you don't think CeeDee Lamb was in a meeting on Thursday and was like, wait, so you're gonna run that play to the left. You're going to run that play to the right. You're going to run that play to the left. Okay, so when am I getting the ball? Oh, I'm not getting the ball into the second drive? Why? You don't think? No, I think the Cowboys were in there saying, we're going to get you the ball. We're going to do this. We're going to do that. And then guess what? You go out there and none of that happens. So like a normal human, you're like, what? What are you doing? What is going on? But you're not telling me. Because listen to me, if CeeDee Lamb knew on Thursday that he was not getting the ball, but no into the second drive, I'm pretty sure we would have heard some stuff about CeeDee Lamb being mad at practice on Thursday. If he's that emotional, and that much of a guy that just can't hold his emotional, why he didn't get mad at practice on Thursday? I'm pretty sure he knew Thursday or Friday that he wouldn't get the ball.
I mean, we don't know. We got mad at practice. They came after the game and said they all sucked at practice for the week. So you don't know. Maybe they did, Tim. They said they practices suck.
Do you honestly think the Dallas Cowboys would care if CeeDee Lamb sucked at practice and would still go into a game and not get him the football?
Don't
Man,
know.
get out of here with that.
I'm not there.
Well, if they did, listen to me.
Did you think? Did you think that they would be paying a running back $8 million?
Listen to me. The Cowboys don't deserve CeeDee Lamb then, because I'm gonna tell you what Kansas. If CeeDee Lamb would have did that,
do you think? I'm just saying. Ask that one question. Do you know that Zeke Elliott's cap hit is $8 million and he got what 3 carries last week?
Exactly. So that's what I'm saying. The exact same thing's happening to CeeDee Lamb.
Okay, so why you acting like it's above the Dallas Cowboys to do?
I'm not acting like it's above the Dallas Cowboys to do anything. What I'm saying is the exact same thing is happening. Like the Cowboys are choosing that. If I'm CeeDee Lamb, when I'm out on this game, I'm feeling lied to. Like, what the hell? And more importantly, bro, you feel like you can make an impact on the game whether you're double covered or not. But if you're not even giving me the opportunity, bro, then what am I supposed? How can I do? Like, you're not even throwing me the ball, so we can't even save. If you don't throw me the ball, how am I gonna drop it? You know what I'm saying? And then think about this. Like, yes, CeeDee Lamb is not mentally tough after mistakes or people do him wrong. Like, CeeDee Lamb is not strong enough for you to walk up to him and slap him in his face and him just walk off. He not there yet. But guess what? My dad, my dad, if you walk up to him and slap him in his face, he gonna say what grandpa gonna say you slap him in the face? He gonna say something about, He gonna say, Uncle, he gonna say something nice, right? He's a nice, that's what he is, man. He gonna tell you about the glory of Jesus, man. He gonna use it as a ministry opportunity. You slap West Coast in my face, bro, nah, bro. You gonna get ministered. I'm gonna minister these hands on your ass. You know what I mean? So, you know what I mean? That's what I'm saying. Like, yeah, he's not there yet. He's not at that point. This is his first year being the highest played wide receiver in football. Like, last year, he was just a regular first-round pick. So give him time. You know what I'm saying? But that's how dudes, they're not being divas, bruh. They're responding because guess what? They know that they have more pressure on them. Just like Tyreek Hill knew that wouldn't nobody give a damn that he got arrested 15 minutes before the game if he did not go out there and have no good game. And he knew that. And guess what? The Miami Dolphins knew that. That's why the very first pass play was a play to who? Tyreek Hill. And that's why Miami Dolphins players love that offensive coordinator. It's the mental side of football too. Hell yeah, you just was arrested and embarrassed. Embarrassed before a game. The only way we gonna clean this up is what? Is if you have a good game. In Miami, I ain't gonna say Miami made sure of it because what? Because they can't make them. But I know this: the very first pass play of that game was to who? Tyreek Hill. Shit, yes, they did. That's the difference. That's what I'm saying. The difference between Dallas, and that's the difference between like these other teams. Like Dallas sees CeeDee Lamb, they get all frustrated and they're like, no, we're not gonna give him the ball. When he calms down and he settles down, when he settles down, we'll give him the ball. Man, what does daddy say when I done told a kid, man, dad walked up to me and said, man, my son is crying. I said, yeah, he cried while he run through the end zone. And guess what? That's exactly what he did. Go to Instagram. His name is Zakai Myers. Man, he one of the best 7-year-olds in the United States. And I had him first. I had him when he was 4. Yeah, remember Zakai?
Oh, yeah, I know Zakai.
They got that little boy ranked the top 5 best little kid in the nation, man. He used to cry running through, and I did not give a damn. I said, bro,
he said he used to cry. What the hell you do to the West Coast? What the hell you do?
It wasn't that he didn't want to. It wasn't that he didn't want to beat it. It's like, man, kids like, they fall to the ground, they cry. When they that young, bro, they cry for everything, bro. They don't. This happens, they cry. But what I'm saying is, I was just one of those coaches that didn't give a damn, bro. Like I didn't care. And this is the thing I used to tell parents, like, bro, kids are supposed to cry. They're kids, dog, but you're not supposed to feed into it. Like you're not supposed to come running all over here. Oh my God, what is no? Go sit down somewhere. Like your son is about to get the football right now. He's about to score a touchdown. He said, but he's crying. He's like, yeah. I said he's gonna be crying when he run in the end zone too. That's right. Let's go. Man. Go.
What's happening, Carl? Man in the middle.
No, y'all got
man, I might have to go ahead and slide out, man.
Yeah, I got you too.
It's all good. It's been a great show, man. Like here, it's been almost an hour and a half of some damn good content, man. Hey, before we shut this down, I want y'all final thoughts. Key to victory for the New York Giants, man. It doesn't matter what one of y'all start. Just give me your keys to victory, and then we'll shut this down, man.
Get the ball to CD Lamb. What's up, William?
So we got Wes get ball to CD Lamb. All right, Land, your opportunity, your key to victory for the New York Giants game.
Stop shooting yourself in the foot. Stop being the Cheddar Bob Cowboys. Stop with the pre-snap penalties and holding calls. Give yourself an actual chance to sustain a drive and actually block somebody and tackle. Because that dude, what his name is, Wendell, he's shifty. The little running back is shifty. We can't be giving them yet. Daniel Jones wants to throw the ball like on little swing passes and stuff like that. He'll take a shot or two. He's reckless. He really is. He's just reckless. He'll throw the ball. He's trying to prove that he's a real quarterback. So he got it on his heart. And he would love to show that. He would love to show that on the Dallas Cowboys. So, look, I'm telling you why they finna lose. I feel like the reason they finna lose is because Daniel Jones is just what I said. He feel like he got to prove it. But we all know the way to beat the Dallas Cowboys. And I think they're going to come in here and be goofy and throw the ball with Daniel Jones and lose. So, there you go.
All right, my keys to victory for the Dallas Cowboys. Attack the weakness of the Giants. Too many times we go in here and we do not schematically take advantage of what teams are bad at. The New York Giants will be without two of their best corners. Both Adoree Jackson and Drew will be missing this game with injuries. They've already been ruled out. CeeDee Lamb, Brandon Cooks, Jalen Tolbert, those guys should match up well with that secondary, right? So attack their weakness at this point, man. Because listen, teams do it to you. Every Sunday, the Dallas Cowboys come to town, teams line up and punch them in the mouth in the run game because they know we can't stop it. Well, guess what? They got a effed up ass secondary right now, so we need to be abusing that. So attack the weaknesses of the Giants. So try to protect your own. Because if you get up on the Giants, it will be harder for them to run the football to attack your weakness. So attack their weakness and hide yours. That was my key to victory for the Dallas Cowboys.
Hey, I'm going to say this last thing, too. I'm going to tell you this right here. If the Giants come out here and they do lose this game, but they still try to run the ball 30 to 40 times, the Cowboys have a serious problem. Because what does that mean? That means that the NFL, from the best teams, from the worst teams, are watching film on how to beat you. And that's a problem. If I'm going to tell you this right now, if the Giants really come out here and try to run the ball 30, 40 times on us, win or lose, just because of the fact that they tried, you got to go trade for somebody. You have to emergency. Because what about the teams? What happens where a team that comes in here that can do that? That physically can do that? The San Franciscos of the world, the Steelers of the world, that can really do it though. That have a back that can really do it though, bro. We're gonna be in trouble, bro. We're gonna be in trouble. So the hope right now is that the Giants be like, oh no, we're not really watching film. We're just gonna try to throw the ball 40 times. But and think about this, two teams already did it, bro. But those are the smart teams. Then we're gonna see if a dumb team does it. But a dumb team does it, bro, man, we in trouble. Like you gotta panic. You gotta hit the emergency button now.
I agree with you. I agree. But man, it's been a damn good show though, man. I appreciate both of y'all for taking time out your day to get on here, feed the streets with me, man. Hey, you got that what that fun deal?
Turn into something else over
there. Man, transformed.
Good Lord.
Oh Lord, better out than in, what they say.
Hey, it was a freaking Sprite. Y'all crazy. My bad. It was a Sprite.
You good?
I only drink probably once soda a week, man. So this is my.
Your body ain't used to it. But hey, man, I appreciate you both, man. Let them folks know where they can find y'all.
Man, you can find me on the internet under West Coast Cowboy. You already know what it is. Never look down. Stars up.
Lane, where they can find you?
Landlord from Alabama with the same handle on all social media, man. Tap in with your boy.
Indeed, it's your boy Hennythemoor reporting live from the liquor store. You can find